Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see. I hope that this is better. This headphones. I don't want no problems. So let's get your energetic, physical, and emotional reading. Ooh, I didn't like that. Half in, half out. What are you doing to be half in, half out? Hmm. Let's see. Adrenaline rush. Not talking about Twister. I'm talking about I'm feeling a adrenaline rush. Like my arms just got really, really hot from my face and it went down my arms. We have self-love as the overall energy. We have synchronicity that's come in, 87, 26 with love partnership, and change. Okay, this is out of order. What I mean by that is just the numerology of the cards. This is self-love is a 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. This synchronicity, 8 plus 7 is 15, which reduces to a 6. Love partnership is an 8. And then we have change, which is a number 5. Um, this change is a number 5. It's representing in its simplest form. It is the most potent, but it's done out of order. It's like the change was supposed to have happened first. Then you get the synchronicities. You implement the self-love, and then the love partnership comes in. But it's like you practice the self-love, you started getting synchronicities that may not have made complete sense because the changes haven't the changes that were it's like the changes that were told to you that were necessary, the synchronicities didn't make sense because they add up with the change that was supposed to have happened first. So this is being done out of order. And what that means when I said half in, half out, you've attracted a love partnership that is supposed to meet you where you're supposed to be. You're not there yet. It's like because you've done this out of order. The change was supposed to happen first. You get the synchronicities, implement the self-love, and get the love partnership. But the self-love, you start to do that real heavy and get into that motion. The synchronicities are coming in and you're like, okay, I'm not fully understanding this. And it's like, okay, now this love partnership is like pummeling towards you. It's either in your environment already, but it's in your energy. It's coming up in your energy. But the thing is, it's gonna seem difficult at first or seem tumultuous at first, because there's still like a portion, or like a time slot, or something has to change. A routine has to change. A schedule has to change. There's something being switched around so that this love partnership can go unhindered. But right now, it's going to pose as an issue. Maybe you have a conflicting schedule than someone else. So even if you do begin this love partnership or hit it off with someone, it will always be out of sync, because the changes haven't been made that the synchronicities have been alluding to. So that's what I'm getting, like half in, half out. You're in it, but you're not. The changes have to occur first, in order for this to flow smoothly. But we're in a time where self-love is being pushed and forced down people's, throats. Everybody has to come to it in their own way, at their own pace. So if 20 different people are telling you how to love yourself, that's still not coming from you. It's just, it looks good viscerally that other people are doing it and you want to try. But the way that this goes is that you have to decide what is working for you and what is not. That's where the changes come in. The changes are very specific to you. It's okay to try other people's ideas and try their processes and see if it works for you, if it works out. But the thing is, the change needs to be made first. Like, you have to decide to, like, definitively know, okay, this schedule's not working for me. This location I'm living in doesn't work for me. I don't have the environment card, but it could be your surroundings. It could be your friendship group. It could be a number of things that need to change. The route you take to work, maybe you need to switch it up, or I don't know. Like, you're being pulled in a particular direction, but right now it doesn't make sense. It doesn't align with what you think you know. It's aligning with your energy and where you're going and where you're headed. But it's like on the GPS, getting a message about a wreck that's 15 miles away from you. It doesn't pertain to you right now, because you don't even, sense that you're going that way, but you don't know, because you haven't changed course. You're getting these messages, these synchronicities, this information, and it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. And you don't wholeheartedly resonate with it, because you don't understand that halfway to that point where that accident is, there's construction going on. You're detoured and you will be in that direction where that accident is. So you'll be in the vicinity of this thing, this synchronicity that's being given to you prematurely. It seems premature because you haven't made the changes. Had you rerouted, made a change prior to getting on the road, you would have never, like, you would have fully understood what the message meant, instead of still getting stopped at this blockage. Because this love relationship, this love partnership, or where you're where you're headed to, you're at point A and you're going to point B where the love partnership is. But in the middle, there's a detour. If you would reroute it first, or, just followed the hunch that you were given, try a different route, take the streetway, don't take the highway, or go ahead and get that Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, or whatever that you were going to get, because it's going to put you on a different route in order to get to work. It didn't make sense. It's like, no, I don't have time for that, or no, I don't want that today, or nah, never mind. I'm not, it's like you're not picking up the synchronicities, or actually directing you towards the partnership, or towards the thing that is kindred to you. Love partnership could be something, it doesn't have to be romantic based. It could be something that correlates with your niche. It could be something that it puts you in the position to mend and blend with something very, very near and dear to your heart. So half in and half out. You're not wholeheartedly taking the advice that's coming in. Like you have to redirect. It's like, okay, say, as an archer, if you're not accounting for the wind, your shot will be off. You'll miss the target. You know what I mean? So what you're intending to do, like, you'll be this close and then it'll just shift. It'll just change. And you'll be like, well, what the fuck? Like, I thought this was good. I thought this was great. I thought it was going to go smooth. You weren't heeding the advice you were getting. You were so consumed with the self-love aspect that you missed the mark. You missed the information. Self-love is not a bad thing in moderation. Moderation card isn't out here, but that's kind of with synchronicity, the high priestess. You see what I'm saying? It's star under the love partnership. Judgment under the love partnership and change. And then the devil, right? The devil had to be dealt with first. The routine, the route, something had to be changed first. This is being done out of order. It's being done out of order. Let me see if I can. I don't know. I'm not taking that one. But it's like you don't know what to do. Again, I have the Ace of Swords underneath the High Priestess, the Nine of Pentacles underneath the Star, the Queen of Swords underneath Judgment, King of Pentacles underneath the Devil. This combines the two set of 4 cards. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You have the information. You have the synchronicities. The High Priestess and the Ace of Swords tells me so. You've gotten the message. And the Star above the 9 of Coins, I mean, you're in it. You're already in this new beginning, right? You're already in it. It's like as above, so below. You have 4 major arcanas that started this. You have the High Priestess, the Star, Judgment, and then the Devil. It's out of order. It's still out of order. The devil should have been dealt with already. You have the Judgment and the Queen of Swords. So on this love partnership, you have made the decision. This thing you love or this place, your destination, you've made the decision about it already. But what you couldn't have accounted for was either a strong ass Capricorn energy. It could also be an employer with the Capricorn energy. That's a corporate type of vibe. It could be an institution. It could be taxes. I'm not getting that really heavy, but it could be something to do with your money, the way you make your money, the company you make money for. Everything was going so smooth, right? Seemingly. Like you could have renewed your contract to stay with this company, or you could have just gotten a promotion. It's like everything is going according to plan. But the thing was, plans change. The changes were necessary first. It's like almost like what you did with the self-love was opened up floodgates. You opened up floodgates. And now this thing is rolling so fast. The progression of you is rolling in so fast that when this comes in, it's like clothesline. It's like running into it, just it knocks the wind out of you. You're not listening. You missed a detail. You're such of a high mind that the blaringly obvious details are lost on you. Like the your sight was perched so high that what was right in front of your face just it caught you off guard. But you have two aces here, right? So it's like when it comes down to it, you're gonna have to think fast on your feet. You're really gonna have to think fast. I'm gonna get some clarity for that King of Pentacles in a second. Temperance. High Priestess is detailed. She knows the microscopic iota, like everything. Temperance, she doesn't even have her eyes open. Okay. You missed this. It's like it's like cooking and you overlooked a particular ingredient. And that the dishes, like by the time you can, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh sorry. Temperance, Five of Swords, King of Pentacles again, Two of Cups. The love partnership has come in already, right? Ten of Cups, right? Emperor, overall energy, Ten of Swords. He's married. Or this position is already someone else's. The synchronicities were aligning you with the truth of this so that you could make the detour. And I think you were so consumed with how good you were feeling about yourself that you were willing to take a chance and start something new. You really were. You thought you didn't feel this. This King of Pentacles is your chaos agent coming in to implement change. Devil, King of Pentacles. He is supposed to, because the changes were to be made first. There needed to be a change in your vibration. Then you would have understand fully what the synchronicities meant. It was honing in and fine tuning your discernment. And because those changes were not made, your vibration, it's like you skipped a step. You had to do the shadow work when it pertains to this type of energy, because you've dealt with it before. This is why it's necessary to change. But if you don't hear it in the whisper, you're going to hear it in the shout. So the synchronicities are supposed to have come in after the change was made. And then you would have understood exactly what the lesson was about. Therefore, implementing the self-love and the radical forgiveness of self in order to fully accept a partnership, a love partnership that was for you. But this love partnership, the change is it's going to knock you back down to center. And then you're going to have to start the process again. The change will need to be made. And then these things rearranged. You can accept yourself and love yourself with the vibration that you were carrying, that you are carrying. But the thing is, that's exactly the vibration that attracted this person, this situation to begin with. It's like they just, that self-love gave you a lot of, like, it gave you a boost. Like the Nine of Pentacles and the Star is like single lady on steroids, single man on steroids. Mercury and Sagittarius, this Eight of Wands, like it was on and popping. Like you were en route, you were on your way. Like, oh yeah, that's it. I decided. Judgment and the Queen of Swords. And then you met somebody with this energy. Also, what I'm seeing, you knew you had to change your mind about something, but you went against what you know and thought that this was it. Like Nine of Pentacles, Star, like this is my last. It may not be my first, but it's my last, right? Like you were decisive. Like this was it. I'm good with this situation or this person. Like you had the love partnership. It seemed like everything was going so great. And then you're hit with this dense energy. Like this is the second story I'm seeing where it's not somebody that you're actually with, but I feel like you couldn't have accounted for this energy halting you in your situation, and it has nothing to do with you. Like, how do I want to explain this? Your relationship could have been a secret, or there could have been a secret relationship, High Priestess and Ace of Swords, and you were getting information about it with the synchronicity card. But I don't think you heeded that, or you couldn't physically see. I think you were just so happy about where you were and you felt like you had it all. And it's like the High Priestess was the precursor to the Judgment card. Like, I'm wise counsel now. I'm trying to tell you this verdict is not going to be what you think it is. And it's like, but this is everything I wanted. This is everything I wished for. This is everything like being handed to me. Like I worked hard. I deserve this. It's like, okay. So Queen of Swords comes in with the final verdict. And it's like, it's not you. It's them. It's not you. It's them. The lesson is the self-love. It's underneath the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Swords. That 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 ingredient that was missing, you're mixing, right? You're mixing potions. And I hope you're not putting anything in anybody's food, or you doing things in a certain way to influence. Because what I'm getting is this Eight of Wands had an adverse effect. It was like everything was going smooth. You couldn't have accounted for this information or this communication going through, or this piece of information getting out, or this communication going through, or and I don't think it was to you. I think it was events around you, movement around you. Because in most of these cards, it's a stillness. It just is. The star is constantly pouring, she's constantly pouring, but so is Temperance, constantly pouring. But you did not know in this recipe there was a secret ingredient, and that is this King of Pentacles Devil card. So now this love partnership that you may have may be an extract that you don't have access to, if that makes sense. Oh, okay. This, I'm sorry, Sagittarius, but I don't like the way this looks. I don't like the way this looks. I don't like the way this looks. That first set of Sagittariuses, you got work to do. When you get, hit with this thing, you know that you have to go back to the drawing board and implement the changes first, and then go back on course. And then, the synchronicities will come in, and then you'll be in a new way of practicing self-love that brings in the love partnership. But this second set of Sagittariuses are not playing spiritually or ethically fair. I'm saying like that. Mm-mm. Mm. When I say this physical blockage, or it seems like the path you were on in a love partnership just got cut, and you feel this really strong boundary of an energy, like just wall up your person, it's their person. Their The changes you didn't make misaligned you from the person that you were connecting with. At one point, y'all were on a similar vibration, and everything was going great because you implemented the self-love. It looked like these synchronicities were for the two of you. You were being told about the person that they're meant to be with. So say, just for instance, if you have Sagittarius in your chart, or um, whatever sign you watch for um, about your person, or get a reading or some kind of message about your person, this love and all of this, they're picking up their energy, but their energy is for someone else. It's not for you. And you were being told. You took the synchronicity as literally for you, but you were being told that was the detail that you didn't have. That yes, they feel this way because your your synchronicities seem like they were for you because the situations were so similar. You don't understand that the person went through something very similar with the person that you're with. And so you're enacting the same vibration that they had already been used to, that they had already been in. This other person made changes. You didn't make changes. So you were keeping a cycle constant, and they were in alignment with you. Yes, they were in alignment with you until the person they're connected to made a change that was a catalyst to their change. Now they're out of alignment with you, and y'all are like, fumbling around each other. There's like this immediate wall because energetically it's been communicated that this other person has made a move, has made a change, has implemented something, and they did it in a particular alignment. They did it change, synchronicity, self-love, love partnership. They know the universal laws, they know the order of operation. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So you're not different from the person that they're connected to. And it's not connected like they're cheating, they've been physical with this person. I don't really see that. If anything, I see that it's like it's a frequency thing, it's a resonance thing. Emotionally, this is gonna fucking hurt. Physically, this gives you an opportunity to start new and start fresh. Mentally, I just don't think you're gonna see it that way. And I really do hope for who needs to hear this message, because I was like, damn, like something don't feel right, something feels off. And it's your energy no longer mixes with this person the way that it once did, because had you made the changes and influenced their vibration to make the changes, because I feel like the feminine energy is far more potent here. We do have the star and the high priestess. Even the devil card got titties. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, we have the Ace of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Six of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Swords. Like, you're gonna feel like, okay, yeah, bet. Oh, you like almost don't be accusatory, because this person wasn't disrespecting you the way that you feel a person gets cheated on or disrespected. When hearts are connected, they communicate. If it's on another level of connection, that has nothing to do with you. People connect like that all the time, and they can't just cut it off. I mean, not unless something is completely done and it served its purpose. But I don't think this was ever finished. They are connected. King of Pentacles. In this picture with you, he doesn't adorn a crown at all. And this Five of Swords was like what I'm saying, like the situation, the way you got him could have been similar to the way the other person got him. Or like the attractive factor, the thing that drew you in or drew them in could have been this tussle, this tete-a-tete, like kind of this the way we play. This is how we get, you're the Queen of Swords. I see. Damn. Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords. Look at that devil in the background. And I feel like there was something, it was always there. It was always there. Look at that. That reminds me of the Three of Swords. It was always there. The information was always there. You had always sensed it. You always knew. Either that's a mirror or a magnifying glass. But either way, you knew and you ignored that detail. You ignored the detail. I'm not faulting you. You need to learn this lesson. Like, heed your warnings, heed your signs, your synchronicities. They're very personal to you. No one can tell you what a specific number means. Like, if you see 666 every time you find money on the ground, that means something different to you than to the masses and all the asses that are going to tell you what it means. Some people see it as protons, neutrons, and electrons that make up carbon. They're going to see it differently. No one can tell you what synchronicities are to you. You have to feel them yourself. This person you were going towards, they have contract with someone else. Quite literally. And it's in a Two of Cups way. Like, I don't see you with this person in any other way than this. And it's almost like you're flexing yourself, like, yeah, saying, showing myself all this love, and I done attracted this dude, and and it's like it's not gonna fully come into, if this person is King of Pentacles and you're Nine of Pentacles, y'all should be in the Ten of Pentacles. This is not your pentacle. Like, this is not your type of coin. This person is like a different type of currency, especially with the vibration change. They're on a different currency. Now they're on a different currency. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, right? But they're not engaged in this Ten of Cups, or they could be engaged, but disengaging. These are two different situations. This is an intimacy. This is a lifestyle. Ten of Cups is like a lifestyle. It's not necessarily, Two of Cups is a more compatible you and me type of energy. You're in a preset lifestyle with this King of Pentacles. But he's an emperor. This King of Pentacles turns into an emperor. He's not looking in your direction. And that's what makes this so difficult. It's like, how could this happen? Or how could this occur? Or it's not you. I mean, it's you on a personal level needing to change certain things about you that attracted. It's like the way you mix something, or the way you do something in particular. It has a recipe, And it's, you do this, then you do that, then you do this, and then this happens, and that's how you get it. And it's like there's a missing ingredient that this person has, a secret ingredient this person has. Even if y'all make the same thing or mix the same recipe, they have something that you don't. Nine of Wands. I didn't even focus on anything in particular. Show me this devil. What is this devil in this reading? That resistance, that blockage, I told you. It's not devilish. It's that you can't intervene in the cycle that they're in. You cannot stall or stop where they are. They have to complete it. They have to purify it. It has to go through the rinse cycle, so to speak. Like, say that the devil card is something soiled, and the King of Pentacles has to do his laundry. He has to clean it up. The situation he had with the other person is this soiled cloth that needs to be cleaned up. It's not that it's useless. It's not that it wasn't. Queen of Cups. They can't give you 10 of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Let me show you. Because they feel blockage, like you feel the blockage, you feel the stall, you feel the restriction. And it's because it's coming off of the person that you're dealing with. It's in their aura. It's in their situation. It's in their spirit. It's in their heart. It's in their mind. It's in the way they move. They're feeling like and as much as they try to like block this off, they cannot. It's so ever present in their energy. Now it's affecting you. They're trying to offer their pentacle, but they feel like even though they're capable of King of Pentacles, they really don't feel King of Pentacles in comparison to who they're dealing with, to whom they're matched with, who they don't even, they feel like it's not being accepted because they're not coming up as a king to them. They're a king to you, but to this other person, they haven't proven that. So this is why it's going to stop what the fuck y'all got going on. I literally see a person like, well, how the fuck can I show up and show out for them? And I don't even feel the connection the same to them as I do this person. To you, they're coming up as King of Pentacles. You're Queen of Swords, but is Queen of Swords how diligent it can be and how attentive? You missed something. You missed the fact that this, even when you feel like you got what you wanted, you were still single. There is no commitment here. You just felt like you were living your best life and we'll see where it goes. They wanted to see where it went with another person prior to you. And it didn't come into a fullness. Something occurred. And then in walks you. You meet this new person, you know, because you've been practicing your self-love and you get to the point where like, yeah, I want to date and this, that, wham, bam, bam. Now there's a truth between you and this person that you cannot deny. Yet they were never completely done where they were. This is what they're trying to do. Show me Eight of Wands. Magician. The fuck I say. Hear what the fuck I say. Eight of Wands came right the fuck out. They're going. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You need this change. Fuck that. You need this that you don't want to take. I was looking at the change card. I looked at this Five of Swords. This Five of Swords energy where you're flexing, where you've mixed, you have this recipe for the way that you attract people, right? It has to change because it's deceptive in that way, where you know you want commitment, you know you want the full shebang. You go in like, I'm single and I'm just living my best life. Let's see where it goes. That is deceptive in and of itself. And to think that, oh shit, the Emperor's on the bottom. The Emperor knows. Maybe not consciously, but the Emperor knows. So say this person was with another and they wanted to see where it goes and just live their best life and kick it with each other and stuff like that. They did. But what they couldn't have accounted for was both actually desiring full-term, long-term type of commitment, right? It probably was unspoken. It probably wasn't, but it was felt. Vibrationally, it aligned the two of them. So when you use the same recipe and they come into your environment and they feel you and all these synchronicities are lining you up, it's because the three of y'all shared a particular energy. So now this other person who is like, okay, all right, we're living our best life. I can't really, like, it's like they disconnected because they connected with you. That connection was what it was, is what it is, right? So the other person that's on the outside, not even looking in, doesn't know what's going on, has made their own personal changes, has started their own path of deciphering their synchronicities, have come into their position of self-love. They're guaranteed their love partnership that is a match to them. They're bringing it in, right? They're not forcing them. They're not chasing them. They're not trying to break up what you got going on because you're single, right? You're single. The person you're with is single. The other person is single. They're not connected emotionally, energetically. They are. That person has made their changes and they have followed the order of operation, which with all of y'all sharing the same energy, when they made the change, they're not directly connected to you. So you don't feel the change. You just sense the change through the person you're dealing with who is connected to this other person. Then they start to change. Their chemistry starts to change. Their biology starts to change because the spirit has started to change. Their vibration has started to change. Now they're no longer matching you, and it feels like they're hiding something or resisting something. But really, the way that you got them was contrived. You didn't actually admit that you wanted more than what was, like, you feel like it would just go to that place. Like, let's just see where it goes, knowing in the beginning what you really desire. So you stepped on your own toes by downplaying what you really wanted. Had the changes been made, you would have been in a place where you could say it. This is what I want. If, if I'm going to date, this is my end goal. I don't want to take it lightly. I value my time, and this is, that self-love would have been at the forefront. You're not a two-piece and a biscuit. You're like a whole meal, and you need to be respected as such. You're not a fucking snack. Like, get it, into your mind. Oh, that's just, like, we really like each other, and yeah, we've been dating a little bit, like, knowing that you damn sure want this partnership to be something more. You have to open your mouth. You have to say, And you did not say Queen of Swords. You decided, but you didn't speak on it. Or by the time you spoke on it, it was too late. It's like, but you made the decision, you made the move or said the thing, or something has happened that is definitive and cannot be changed. But you couldn't have accounted for that not being the end all be all. It's somewhere else. The Emperor is coming up again. Show me this Ten of Swords. Fool. Because show me King of Pentacles. Hermit. Show me the other King of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Told you they're single. King of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles that you are look just like the Nine of Pentacles the other one was. They're probably self-sufficient. They're probably taking care of, themselves pretty well. That self-love is very strong. That independent streak. That is something that attracted them to you because they were already attracted to that in someone else. And they could not bring it together with that person. But we have, for the first time on the board, a match. At one point, it got to the point where neither one of them knew if it was ever going to happen, like, not holding their breath. But in your life, he seems like the King of Pentacles. In their life, because their vibration has changed, they're coming up as a page. They're presenting in a different way. They're not as confident. They're not as self-assured. They don't feel that they have enough. There's a lot of doubts and insecurities when it comes to this other person that they're needing to deal with. This person's vibration is changing to help them change, but you haven't made the changes because you see yourself as Nine of Pentacles, or you're coming as Nine of Pentacles in comparison to their king. So you see yourself at a certain level, but even the page is considered a court card in more high standing than the Nine of Pentacles in the order of things. Like, we see your progression. The Pentacles Ace to 10 is a progress. It's showing what has been done thus far, but it doesn't show who you are as a person. You haven't come up as a court card except for the Queen of Swords. But you're not, you didn't make the change. Queen of Swords is, if you would have heeded the advice, the Queen of Swords would have made a different decision. Had you made the changes, you would have been coming up as Queen of Cups, and the intuition would have overruled the Ace of Swords. What you think you know, or what information has come to you, you would have embodied it. And spiritually, you would have enacted these things. You would have been coming off far more intuitive, like the Queen of Cups. But you only took the information that you were physically and outwardly or openly presented with, and you took it. You didn't use the major arcanas in the way that they should have been used. So judgment, right? You had a chance to decide, and you decided in a certain way, and it's not. This Queen of Cups is Nine of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is the King of Cups, feeling, in comparison to this woman, a page. but they're matching pentacles and cups, pentacles and cups, pentacles and cups. You're carrying swords. They could have given you a verbal confirmation on something and made you feel like you were like y'all were on the same page, or y'all were on the same, in the same suit, in the, working towards the same thing. You're Nine of Pentacles, they're King of Pentacles. Like maybe they were older than you, or more established, or have more experience, and you really felt like they could show you. But the thing is, they had someone showing them. The feminine is the most dominant energy, period. It is the lead. He's coming in as an apprentice, and as an apprentice trying to learn what this Nine of Pentacles has to teach. That Page of Pentacles looks like offering an apple or something, but it's really this. He wants to take this Nine of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Show me more about the Queen of Cups. That's what the Emperor wants. That's what they want to invest in. That's where they want to be. Show me the Emperor. Knight of Cups. So even their approach to this person is not full-fledged king. They're coming with like modest, because they're treading lightly with this person. Show me Ten of Cups. Devil. There's a disconnect. There's a blockage. They're headed in a different direction. Show me more. Queen of Wands. Show me more. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups. Show me Two of Cups. Justice. That little detail you couldn't have accounted for. That gives you Three of Swords. You couldn't have accounted for that. This Queen of Wands, Six of Cups energy. This Temperance, this Five of Swords. It's like that same beginner's energy that you use to attract this person is something that they had already encountered. They know what that feels like. And it's also why they couldn't go any further with you, because they don't want to be in that cycle of repetition. So this other person has in a whole nother ball game, on another side of the globe or whatever, in a league of their own, has taken the steps in the proper direction, in the proper format. Universal law, it's a, everybody has their own order of operation, but it's very fucking simple. You decide, you make the change, then you'll get the confirmation, and all this other stuff transcends after. But the change is necessary first, because they'll throw you a bone, but that bone is attached to a string, and then when you get to the end, you realize the strings attached is not what you thought it to be. It's like, okay, so this is that moment where I this is the moment where I lost the thought. I just had text message come in. And their passions are towards somebody from the past. But like I said, y'all all had similar energy. You just did not know. Like the Queen of Swords made the decision. And like, say this was like spiritually, this was a trial. And I'm mad that this, um, not mad, but this is a very long reading. Say there was a trial and the prosecutor just knew that they had it in the bag, but they missed one small detail, and the defense came with that one small detail. The judgment with justice was in their favor because of that one simple change, one simple thing. It took their vibration up another notch, and this person caught wind of it and started to feel the change and started to adapt to the change that they were feeling, not the feelings that they were getting that were always the same. They've been in that energy for a very long time. That hook, line, and sinker type of energy that I'm gonna, concoct. I'm gonna make it be. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna direct this the way that I want to. I'm gonna feed this connection what I want to feed it to get, my desserts. Get get what I need. And that could have also been sensed by the other person who decided they had to make their changes. When they made their changes, Magician card, Eight of Wands, sent out correspondence where their heart, it's like when they made changes, it affects the heart, it affects the spirit. And that's what gets sent out. And it touches this, it reaches that. And it's like, okay, well, on that tether, on that cord of connection that this person has with another, they're getting tugged at. They can feel it because they're not separate. They're just not together. That's making the King of Coins really wonder, like, what is this worth? What do I have? Where do I want to put it? Where do I want to plant it? Straight Emperor status. Like, this is what I want to grow. And I know where. I know with whom. I will give her my seed. And you could have planted a seed with them, quite literally, had a baby. And that is not the order of operation they've ever desired to operate in. Changes are made. You line up with a person. You see all these synchronicities. While being in the spirit of self-love and really giving yourself that attention and that time. And then the love partnership comes in. From that order of operations, things blossom, things get planted, things grow and progress in a timely order, in a decent order. And we all have this knowledge. We all know this. But people feel that, well, since we're in the times we're in, we can do it differently. There's been a lot of, of these uncanny stories of how two people met, a week later they were together, 2 months later they were married, and they're so happy. Okay. You can feel like that is something that's feasible for you, but if you really know in your heart of hearts, with the High Priestess here, and the chakra in the back of my head is just on fire. I mean, like, you already know what order it should be done in. It's just that it seems like it's too hard. Like, if you do it like that, you'll get played. But what do you expect if you're using this energy to attract a person in? It's always going to falter. And with you being of a higher mind and you having a broader scope of, in a bigger picture, you're missing the details. And that's what needs to change. Like, you really have to understand this last Mercury retrograde. If you didn't see the details, I'm sure you see them now. And I'm really hoping that it sticks. I'm really hoping that you understand that it's not, it's not enough to just, you have to make it your own. Everything. You have to make everything your own. So you see this recipe, the way that people have been trying to advise each other on, this how you do it, sis, or, all, the shit just like somebody put in some hard ass fucking work. Even though they were hurt like hell, like they put in some hard ass work. The Chariot, Four of Wands, Hierophant, and then they get a star. Like this has been this type of change is necessary. Somebody put in the work because they've been through the part that you're about to encounter now. Ten of Swords. They've been in the exact same place, but that's what they had to change. That's what they had to work on. The synchronicities come through. They come through. The Chariot will bring them. Talking about what's coming, right? They're lining up. And that's when it comes in. The self-love, all that healing, all that change, right? They didn't just go straight into, I'm ready for the love partnership, but haven't made the actual changes. This is you. You're sitting Nine of Pentacles like, I don't need nothing else. I got everything I need. This person knows damn well that they need change, that they still have to work on themselves, because the star comes later. They know that there was the work that they had to put in to alleviate the things that these thoughts, these actions, these words, these moments within connections that led to Ten of Swords being a totality of devastation. There was work that needed to be put in. This person did that. They get the star, the self-love, that healing, and then they get the love partnership that they got the synchronicities about. Because it was themselves alone in each of these moments that were fucked up, and they knew they needed a change. And the moment they started changing, the two started to resound. The star card is a self card. It's about self. And that's where they actually did separate themselves from desire, from preconceived notion, from that pattern of partnership. They got the synchronicity, yes, but at the same time they were themselves with the star. They weren't projecting, I got it, I really don't need you type of vibe. They were actually in a, like this. They're actually like this, like, I'm by myself, I'm good. If I, what will be, will be. I do want to be, this person wanted to be in a relationship. They wanted a union, but at the same time, nothing they ever did worked before. So they had to change because it always ended like that. They get it though. So hopefully, and you can be upset, but I think you need to take a lesson. So what they call third party and all that, I don't even have any threes here. It's like the vibration of the person you're dealing with is I don't know. The reason why they're coming up as King of Pentacles is because the influence of this other person. So you're really attracted to the other person's vibration, not the vibration of the person that you're dealing with. Like, that's the reason why you were put into the situation, because your injection into this partnership with this person was a catalyst for someone else's healing. That is some other shit, but it's what I'm seeing. So you've done a good job. You've done a really good job. Will you congratulate yourself for it? Will you see it as a win? Will you see it as something positive? I don't necessarily think so, unless you're really receptive to sometimes you being utilized by the universe to help someone else in that way. And a lot of people feel slighted. They feel bamboozled. They feel taken advantage of when they were putting themselves in a position to advance a situation, just not they're advancing their healing. It's a catalyst for your healing, but it was also a catalyst for someone else's transformation towards where they were really supposed to be. And that's just how a lot of things do occur that people don't want to talk about. Every time you turn around, they're talking about a fucking karmic and oh, that person's a karmic lesson. They went through karma. You went through karma. Everybody's, y'all, all three of you, the karma is kindred. It was attached. Long before y'all even got here, this shit was already written. That you were going to help this person. Like, for whatever reason. But they're helping you too. Because if not for this situation, you wouldn't even think to change a fucking thing. Like, this needed to be brought to your awareness. If you don't hear it in the whisper, them synchronicities that were coming in trying to detour you, then you'll hear it in the shout. And this is the point of honing in on your discernment, to listen to your first mind, to really trust that instinct that you do have, that intuition, because it was always alluding to, don't get as comfortable and as close to this person, but not in a fearful type of way, but you felt like they were yours, but at the same time you didn't. And you've always felt like that. But if he or she was exactly what you wanted, they were not. You want something. You're focused on the person, and you should be focused on the changes that you make and the person you become, because you're going to attract what you need and who you are also. So maybe you weren't taking it serious, or, kind of made it, the change could have been this person on the other side of things being like, well, you know what? I want something for the long term. I'm not doing this talking and sexting and in and out and sometimes thing, or let's see where it goes. Too old for that. I don't want that. I want something sincere. I want shit coming up as the Queen of Cups, which is High Priestess, esque. It has that type of vibe to it. So you were getting inclinations of this type of energy being around anyway. Even feeling like what you desired, you felt in this person. They had already carried a vibration of these types of desires, because another person has already voiced them, has already instilled them. So this person is being to you what they could not be to the other person. And they're growing into knowing, okay, well, damn, if I could do this or build here with a person like, who don't even really want nothing serious, the one who does want something serious, now that I'm in a position to, this is where I'm going to take myself. I'm going to take what I have to offer, because I know that they want commitment and I know that I'm ready. But the person I'm dealing with just wants to see where it goes, or so they're just kind of nonchalant about it. Don't really, they're lackadaisical. They're not really showing me that they really want to be with me. Like, so how can I believe this when I know for a fact that this person over here has expressed and shown and vocalized that this is what they want with me? I'm going to go where I need to go. Oh, fuck. Tower. I'm sorry. Page of Cups. King of Wands. Their fire is elsewhere. They're going somewhere else. You're going to meet your match, though. You got to let this shit go. You can't be attracting people with that same type of energy and then want something long term. Like, I just I just do what I want. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because I don't come across Sagittarius as in this way. I don't get it. You got to be clear and be here. Like, you got to say what the fuck you mean and mean what the fuck you say. Not just the blunt shit that comes off your tongue. But if you know you really want your own tailor-made type of love, and you know that it's out there, and you know that it's possible, and you know that you fucking deserve it, make the changes necessary that you know you need to make. Like, instead of being blunt and cutting off people's hopes and dreams and stuff, how about speaking on the things that you actually do want and do desire and affirming them? Because there was some wordplay here that did not, like, coagulate. It didn't come together with where this person was headed. The devil card is always a dissolve or coagulate type of energy. Either it's going to break shit apart or it's going to bring stuff closer together. We have that tower. So what you had going on, what you had established, will now be broken apart because something else is gelling. Something else is mending better. That recipe, that secret ingredient, that vulnerability that this other person has changed about themselves is the attractive factor that is now drawing your person back into their vibration. But the person's vibration that you're dealing with is changing. This is why you're not connecting with them in this way anymore. Even if they're in your vicinity, dating you currently and not fucking with this person at all. Because the connection was made on a genuine basis. And as that person changed, so did their vibration. As that person changed, so did his vibration. As that person changed, then at one point they resonated with you and this other person. But the past and the future can't exist at the same time. You have to choose. And the judgment was off. So their judgment was off. Your judgment was off. This is what aligned you and that other person, because you weren't listening to the changes weren't, they were following this way of doing things, the way that you have done things, where I'm loving myself and I'm doing what I need to do and I'm getting these synchronicities. This means I'm on the right track. Here's this love partnership. Oh shit, it's gravy. And then boom, a change. And it's like, the fuck? So now what this other person is trying to teach, not only their person, their true match, but also you, by way of, via vicinity and just connection, you being in the vicinity of this other, your person, is make a change, be decisive about that change, then start implementing the actions with that change. You have to get it in motion. Chariot card. Then your synchronicities come in and they make sense and they pop and you manifest instantaneously. Self-love is it's like a definite. It just rolls in, because the synchronicities, when they line up and they fire off these synapses, you'll get that burst of alignment. You'll get that burst of raise in vibration. You'll get that burst of inspiration. And that is the shit that attracts in the love partnership. You'll be having so much fun in alignment, pulling in these synchronicities, pulling in these opportunities, money coming out of nowhere, finding money and finding opportunities and networking with the right people, and just shit just seemingly going your way. You won't even be consumed with the thought of a love partnership or being in a relationship, Not that you don't want one, because it'll still be a base desire. But the thing is, your focus has been taken off of it. You've given it free way to come to you. This other person, like I said, had nothing to do with your situation changing. They're not putting themselves in it. They haven't injected anything into what you have going on. The only thing they did was completely independent of both of y'all. Y'all have been on the track of relationship with each other. This person somewhere else has made their changes, and vibrationally a motherfucker picks it up. Spidey senses get to tingling, and that's what makes them receptive, because they're listening out for synchronicity, not synchronicities. They're getting these intuitive hits. They're getting and that's the difference. They're getting the messages, and they're like, not physical messages. They're energetically, they're feeling it. They're feeling changes being made, because whatever tethered them to this other person, when it's dead, and when it's the devil in a dissolving type of way, a corrosive type of way, it will repel. But when it's done in a way that brings things together, it it's bringing it together, and they're attached. The whatever attached them in certain energetic points has changed. And it's like being a Siamese twin. One person ingests something and they're connected. They're connected to the point where, like, the way the heart beats in one's chest can affect the heartbeat and the heart rate of the next one. Like, they can feel it energetically, chemically, biologically. It's like causing reactions. That missing ingredient. And then that's the thing, you don't have the ingredient. So no matter how well you can mix or have mixed with this person, chemically, biologically, you're not changing their makeup. You're not attached to them in that type of way that physiologically changes. Like, they start to look different to you. They start to smell different to you. They start to taste different to you, whatever. Like, they just don't feel the same on you. And it's because they're not in the same vibration that you once were in. Y'all don't match anymore. Their match is elsewhere. Fuck. Let me get off of here. This has been almost an hour and a half. I will talk to y'all later.